Several shooters are on the run after gunfire erupts at a crowded park in San Pedro. Families were there for a baseball game and a car show. And it's brand new, but could changes already be coming to the 6th Street Bridge? What city leaders have in mind in order to curb some dangerous behavior?
The Rundown, brought to you by Goal Zero.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston. A Sunday gathering at a park in San Pedro ends in deadly violence. 2 people were killed and 5 more hurt after shots were fired during a baseball game and a car show. Well, this was the scene Sunday afternoon at Peck Park. It's unclear exactly what led to the shooting, but the LAPD believes it stemmed from some type of argument involving 2 groups. We're told there were several shooters. All 7 victims are adults ranging in age from 23 to 54. Witnesses reported hearing dozens of shots and running for their lives, including this man who was at the park with his 5-year-old son.
I was scared. It was dead bodies, and it was just like a war zone. It was really bad. People were at the baseball game, and next thing you know, everybody was running, and it was shooting. They just started shooting, and I just seen people on the ground trying to tape their legs and all that. It was women and men trying to stop the blood for everybody.
Police tell us about 500 people were at the park for what's being described as an unpermitted car show. Health officials in LA County are closely watching COVID numbers. If hospitalizations don't come down, the county will announce the return of an indoor mask mandate at the end of the week. COVID-related hospitalizations dropped significantly in LA County over the weekend, but health officials are still waiting for the average daily rate to drop to the CDC's medium activity level. If that does not happen by Thursday, the county will require masks to be worn in all indoor public places. LA County health officials said last week's 7-day case rate was worse than what the Omicron surge was this past winter. President Biden still has a sore throat, but his doctor says his COVID symptoms continue to improve. He remains at the White House and is following isolation protocols set by the CDC. Meantime, the First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden, continues to test negative. She remains at their home in Delaware. The White House is maintaining minimal staffing around the president in an effort to reduce the risk of transmissions, and that could explain the First Lady's decision to stay away. The president's physician says Mr. Biden is being treated with the antiviral drug Paxlovid and says the president's symptoms have almost completely gone away. The president is fully vaccinated and boosted twice. A wildfire burning near Yosemite National Park is now one of the state's biggest fires of the season. The Oak Fire has burned more than 15,000 acres. Some 2,000 firefighters are facing tough conditions on the ground. The fire began Friday southwest of the park, and officials say the fire just exploded in size in the hot and dry conditions over the weekend. More than 6,000 people living in the Sierra Nevada foothills have been evacuated. Governor Gavin Newsom has declared a state of emergency for Mariposa County. All right, we've got some humidity hanging over Southern California, making afternoon storms a possibility. So let's check in with meteorologist Belen de Leon with your first alert forecast.
Ooh, it was hot last week, but we have a pattern change. This week, monsoon moisture is on the rise. That means it's going to be stickier because of that humidity in the air, and that will help to lead to a few afternoon thunderstorms. Now, the good news is with all the added cloud cover, the temperatures are expected to come down. It'll feel a little more comfortable. Now, the storms that do develop could contain some pea-sized hail, some brief heavy downpours, gusty winds, and lightning. That's the big concern. So if you see a flash, dash inside. The highest chance of seeing those storms is going to come in the afternoon and evening hours. Back to the temperatures. We know it can get hot in July, so we will take this. The temperatures are going to be pretty consistent for the next several days in West Covina. We're looking at highs in the upper 80s all the way through Sunday. Just be safe and keep an eye to the sky for those storms.
I'm a power blackout, and I'm going to put you in the dark. What is that?
It's the Yeti 3000X solar generator, a home backup system from Goal Zero. Take that blackout.
The brand new 6th Street Bridge is back open after being shut down to vehicles for 3 nights in a row. The LAPD tells us They conducted maximum enforcement on the bridge over the weekend in an effort to stop street takeovers and other dangerous stunts. Problems have plagued the viaduct since it opened 2 weeks ago. City leaders say social media is adding to the problem, and they're looking into possible design adjustments to discourage that sort of activity. Lanes of the 210 freeway in the East San Gabriel Valley are set to reopen Tuesday morning. Last week, the freeway was reduced to 3 lanes of traffic in each direction in Irwindale. The closure stretches from Irwindale Avenue to the 605 freeway as Caltrans crews work to replace an aging bridge over the San Gabriel River. More than 600 pharmacists who work inside Southern California grocery stores could soon walk off the job. Now, this includes pharmacy workers at Ralph's, Vons, Albertsons, and Pavilions. Their union voted to authorize a strike, claiming unfair treatment and labor practices. This includes, they say, bribes for bonuses instead of wage increases. Negotiations are continuing with the grocery stores. It's about fairness for all on the field or court, no matter your zip code. The Rams and the Lakers came together with local nonprofits to raise awareness for racial equity in sports. ABC4's Lauren Coronado has more from Exposition Park.
It's the group's second annual event. You can see dozens of people here behind me. Athletes and supporters tell me the goal is to end racial inequality and push for more resources and opportunities in youth sports.
The number one goal is to make sure that people know that there is a movement that they can be part of that's focusing on those long-term systematic barriers that are preventing young kids of color from becoming their best selves and thriving.
Renata Simrel helped organize the Unity March and Dialogue event outside Bank of California Stadium in Exposition Park.
Who's supporting this cause is the world champion Rams, the world champions Lakers, the world champion Kings. We have all 12 professional sports teams across Southern California.
Plus the LAPD.
We can talk and we can dialogue on the same level, including the sports entities.
Coming together with a shared purpose of driving social change in youth sports.
I don't think the powers that be, whoever that is, just see the value in our black and brown youth or in our black and brown parents.
Malika Chris and her daughter, a former student athlete, say they hope their advocacy helps level the playing field.
There's always a roadblock. They don't bring resources into our areas, they don't bring support, and they kind of look down on us. And we have talent, we have abilities, they're educated, and we just need to be able to see that and highlight it.
These sports teams have opened their doors. They're providing internships to these kids this summer,
helping create a pathway to success.
The people! United will never be defeated.
Reporting in Exposition Park, Lauren Coronado, NBC4 News.
LA's own Allyson Felix was less than a day into her retirement when she found herself right back on the track at the World Track and Field Championships in Oregon. So much for retirement, right? So earlier in the meet, Allyson helped the U.S. win bronze in the mixed relay in what was supposed to be her final international race, but not so fast. She was in L.A. in the middle of her first cheat meal of retirement when she was asked to help out in the prelims. So she put her hot wings and root beer float on hold, hopped on a plane with her family, and she ran the second leg of the relay. How cool is that? Well, the team eventually won gold, meaning Allyson earned her 20th World Championship medal. Once a winner, once a champion, always a champion, even in the middle of hot wings and root beer. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and on our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4, weekdays from 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with the traffic reports throughout your morning commute. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.